Yeah, I mean, I've been racing bikes since I was, I think 7. I did my first BMX race. And when you look at like the world of cycling, I've done like most of the big events, like national championships, Tour de France's, Unbound, Cape Epic. There's very few like races left that I'm like, oh, that like really sparks my interest.
I used to be brash, I used to be bold, lived off rhythm and road.
I think Vermont Overland really captures what Vermont gravel riding is. You know, it's this beautiful mix of the best gravel in the world. Smoother than pavement, it's hard pack, it's fun, it's fast, it's grippy, but yet just off the beaten path we have these class 4 roads that like really canvas the whole state of Vermont. You know, they're old logging roads, they're roads that are discontinued, they're roads that are unmaintained. And so every year they're changing, every season they're changing. Yeah, I mean, when you look at any bike route, for the most part, there's points in any course that are decisive. You know, you look at Paris-Roubaix, it's entering the cobblestones. You look at Unbound, it's the mud section. You look at Leadville, it's Columbine. You look at like the most famous courses, races in the world. They have that notoriety because there is a moment in the race that everyone talks about. It almost becomes a legend of a course.
Nice work! Wait, this is kind of a sick shot through the window. Let's get it! Woo! Yay!
You know, there's been 250 years of settling here, living within this environment. And I think when we look at our road system, it reflects that. You know, we have, I think 70% of all the roads in the state are unpaved. It's just an easier way to maintain roads with the freeze-thaw cycles we have, the number of roads we have. But within that, you have all these class 4 roads that are, you know, they're almost like a passageway through history. They aren't being maintained. If anything, they're like part of the landscape that evolves as that landscape and the use of the land also changes. You know, and I've said this before to people, is like, I think finishing the Vermont Overland is more challenging in my mind for most people than to ride 200 miles in Kansas. I mean, I know it's like you're doing, well, a fourth the distance almost, but the elevation, the terrain, the like mental concentration it takes to ride, you know, in that environment it's hard. And like there's, you know, nothing frowned upon a race that's shorter, because that doesn't mean that it's easier by any means.
Can you wave? Wave! Wave!
No.
Yes!